Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. This short warm-up routine will help your body have more mobility, lessening the chance of injury. Using the foam roller and a few dynamic stretches, your body will feel warmed up and ready to go. So whatever sport you play or physical activity you enjoy, get prepared the smart way. So let's get started. We are going to begin with the glutes. So we're going to sit up on the glutes, on the butt cheeks. We're going to take that left arm behind us, and we're going to lean back into the left glute. And we're going to go right away and cross that left ankle over the right thigh. And we're going to roll to the top and the bottom of that whole butt cheek, getting everything in, rolling that whole area. Looking for speed bumps, any tissue that is sensitive or a little tight. As we work through the different areas, we are going to be doing this as a pre-warm-up to any activity that you might be doing, whether it be lifting weights, hiking, playing tennis or pickleball or golf or basketball or whatever sport it is, or even just going about your daily routine. Now we're going to release that leg, and we're going to switch sides. So you're going to go to the right side, lean over onto that right leg and right arm, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and roll that whole glute. And we're breathing. Moving through it. One more. And then we're going to release. Now from here, we're going to slide off the roller. We're going to actually bring the roller in front of us. And now we're going to move up to quads. So you're going to come to tabletop, and we're going to drop to our elbows. And we're going to a plank position, so we're also warming up the core a little here. And you're going to bring the feet maybe a little bit wider than hip distance apart. And the goal is to try to relax your legs as much as you can and gently roll your body forward and back an inch. So you want to do this slow and controlled. And then you're going to walk your elbows back an inch and do forward and back, slow and controlled. And this is where we're just finding if there's any knots or any tissue that needs to have a little attention before we get on with whatever we're going to be doing. And then move the elbows back and move that roller up the thigh. So you're just slowly moving up inch by inch, massaging out and waking up that tissue in the quad. Keep on moving up, forward and back. And a little bit lower, higher with the roller, lower with the arms. And then when you get to the top, we're going to draw the legs all the way together. Toes can be on the floor or relax them, and just do a gentle rock side to side. And then walk the elbows forward an inch, and another gentle rock side to side, and another inch, and rock it side to side. And another inch forward, rock it side to side. And then last but not least, to slide off the roller, we're just going to slowly draw the body back. So the roller moves up to the top of the thighs, and we're going to slide off the back. We're going to take a child's pose just to stretch out those quads, slide into it, belly between the thighs, arms on the roller. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, come all the way back up. So short and sweet. We're going to continue moving because we're warming up here. So we want to get into a keep dynamic stretching going instead of static here because we're doing a warm up. So you're going to drop yourself into your right hip. The knee is bent. You're going to pull that knee as far forward as you can comfortably. Hands on the mat, and then your left leg, you're going to try to straighten it out. So we're going to work our way into a pigeon, but it's a dynamic one. So we're going to continue moving through it. So you're going to rock forward, so you're trying to level out your hips and move your chest forward towards the front of that shin and then rock back. So forward and back from the hip to centering the body. So you're moving your left hip towards your right heel. So continue to rock it. Now, when you feel like you can go a little deeper, you can walk down to the elbows and continue to rock gently. So we're really getting into that glute, which we rolled, and it also is helping warm up the hamstring by just gently rocking through that attachment in the hip and lengthening it through that, the back of the hamstring all the way down to the knee. One more. Then you're going to keep your hips, everything level, walk your hands in close, lengthen through your arms, lift your upper body. Now we still want to stretch out the quads as well since we rolled them. And from here, see if you can go to your fingertips. And I also have one more for you that really is going to help lengthen not only through that knee but the hip flexor. So you're going to tuck your left toe and you're going to straighten and then let the knee go back to the floor. Straighten that left leg, the knee goes back to the floor. As long as you're not feeling any compressing in that low back, it should feel hopefully good. If it's very challenging to sit like this, remember you can always sit on that roller on that right hip. Couple more. And then we're going to release and rock into that right hip. Pull that left leg forward. And then we're just going to transition. So you're going to shift onto that left hip, pull that left knee and foot forward. Take your right leg back. And if it doesn't go straight, that's okay. The goal is to try to get it straight because we really want to stretch through those hip flexors. So we're on that left hip and you're going to rock side to side. And one hip might be a little tighter than the other. And again, you're welcome to sit on a roller on that left side. Maybe that's the side that you need to. I will show you what that would look like. So if you have to, you can always sit up on that roller. You can even just slide a little end of it over and just work it that way. That is an option. Continue working maybe to your elbows and continue rocking. So as we rock in and out of the posture, it lets the body relax a little and we get more mobility in our hips. So if you're out hiking, playing tennis, pickleball, this is definitely going to give you more mobility, range of motion, and it also helps prevent injury. Then we're going to walk the fingertips in and up close to the shins and straighten and bend the hip flexor. Now we're going to get into calves as well. So this is just a jump start, helping out those calves. They'll get a little looser as well. One more. So hopefully that hip flexor is a little looser. Go ahead and bring that right leg forward. And then we're going to bring the roller underneath the legs. So our hips, maybe you're feeling a little bit of warmth in the hips and the quads because we are getting blood flow there, so they're ready to move. Taking the middle to lower part of the calf on that roller, take your left leg and cross it over the right. We're going to start with the right, hands close to the body. This is also, since we're doing a warm-up, we want to keep those hands close to the body. We're going to work the upper body as well. And we're going to slide forward and back the whole length of the calf. And then we're going to tilt the body to upper legs to the right, and we're going to roll forward and back. And then we're going to go to the left, forward and back. And then you go to the middle, and we're going to still slide the body forward and back, but we're going to circle the ankle, both directions. And then tilt to the outside edge, circle, circle. If it's hard to lift yourself up, you can always just bend and straighten and circle that ankle. And then the inside part. If you find a spot, you can always stick to it and circle the ankle. And then when we're done, we're going to lower the hips. Let's switch legs. Left leg on that roller. Lift your body up. So it's a great warm-up for the arms as well. Rolling yourself forward and back along the middle of that left calf, all the way to the bottom, and then tilt slightly to your left, going along the outside edge, forward and back. And then the inside edge, forward and back. And then back to the center, circle the ankle. Again, you can always sit down, especially if you find a knot. You just want to sit your bottom down and rotate and add a little pressure to that roller. And then move on to the rest of it, getting the outside edges as well as the inside edges. Hurts so good, right? And then we're going to release. So if your wrists are a little tired there, just give them a little massage. And then we're going to bring that roller behind us. So we're going to keep on moving through this pre-warm-up. Upper back, fingertips behind the ears, so that roller is nice and long behind the shoulder blades, across that mat. And then you're going to roll the length from the middle of the upper back to the shoulders and then down to the lower part of those shoulder blades. We avoid that low back. You might get a little chiropractic adjustment here, and then pull the elbows in, tuck the chin slightly, massage along the muscles of the back. One more. And then find the middle of those shoulder blades, open the elbows, lower the hips to the floor. And then drop over to your left side, drop into that left shoulder blade and armpit, and we're just going to rock it side to side, keeping the elbows nice and wide behind the head. If you have lymph nodes missing, that you want to stay away from that area in the armpit and just stay into the shoulder blades. But you can try to get into that chest wall. So just a couple more rock and rolls. And then you're going to lean, one more, and then we'll lean back into that shoulder blade and gently do a slow up and down. Getting into the lat and a little into the back of that shoulder, and release. Now we're going to go to the other side. So you're just going to transition, drop your knees to the right, roll into that right armpit, and rock yourself side to side. And then you can also move up and down. So you maybe place a foot on the floor and draw yourself along those lats to the shoulder, back of the shoulder, and then slowly release back to center. And then we're going to place the forearms on the roller, and you're going to press yourself up. A couple shoulder rolls, up, back, and down. We're going to take that roller, we're going to slide it to the side. So you want to, now that you've rolled those areas, you definitely want to get some movement there just to make sure everything is prepped and ready. So we want to do some dynamic stretches. So you're going to come to tabletop again, and we're going to spread out those fingers, tuck those toes. You're going to lift the hips, and we're going to do a downward facing dog or an upside down V, and you're going to walk out those feet, pedal them out, stretching through not only the calf muscles, but the ankles. You're going to shift your hips as you pedal out your feet. And now press your fingertips and palms into the mat as well. And then go up and down into the toes, into the heels. And then slowly lower your knees to the floor. Now we're going to bring that roller across the mat one more time. And we're going to lay back onto the roller. And you're going to bring your head, neck onto the roller. And your shoulders, really try to push your shoulders and your shoulder blades into the floor. And then bring your hands to the outside edge. So you can feel that stretch through the chest. Draw your head to the left on the roller. And then pull the roller a little bit lower so it's on the very back left side of the neck. So you can draw a little nod yes. So you're massaging through the muscle, and then a little no, getting that blood flow into the brain, releasing any tension in that neck. And then from here, keep your head to the left, bring the roller a little higher so it's on the occipital bone, and then a little nod yes. So you're actually getting a little stretch through the neck as well as massaging it, and then a nod no. And then we're going to transition to the other side. So lift your head, rotate it to the right, pull that roller a little lower So you're on the muscles of the neck, and then a little nod yes, and no. And then keep it to the right and bring the roller higher, and you're going to nod yes, and no. Good. And then bring the head back to center. Keep the roller a little higher on the head, a little chin tuck to the chest. Stretch the back of the neck. And then lengthen, look up again. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. And then use the hands behind the thighs or the shins. Roll yourself up and then release the hands. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, palms to heart space. Thank you so much for joining today. Namaste.